Hi again. Yeah, so I'm wearing the same shirt because I'm filming on the same day. I'm using the TSI-6 Canon to actually film today, and I can already notice a huge difference. It took me half the time to set up, but today I'm reviewing the D3400 Nikon. This was my first camera I've ever bought, and it is probably the only camera I will ever buy for a few months. I've had it for about roughly 7, and so far I really like it. Here's the actual camera so far, and I'll begin to tell you a few features about it. It is on low battery, so hopefully it doesn't die. Changing aperture is... I had to learn a lot because this was my first camera that I've ever owned. Going back into aperture and changing that by holding a button, and then the ISO button is a button over here, called FN, and that really took me a minute too because they are on two different sides. But when I figured out why they did that, it made it for easy holding. That way you don't have to like go back and forth. There are a few critiques I have about it. To change anything in the info, you have to go to info and then slide back and forth. But once you know that, you really don't need too much to like learn, you know? Like basically it's just a quick learning method. It took me a while. Other than that, it's just a really simple, like small, compact camera. It is a little bit heavy based on what I've felt with other cameras. It does have some other modes that I really do like though. Basically the back does have a live mode, and the live mode is good. I don't have a memory card in right now, which allows you to adjust for, you can throw up grids, and while you're in still live mode, you can change it based on that. And I really feel like that's more for a video mode, not as like strong as the TSI-6 that the Canon offers. But I feel like the camera quality of this, like photo-wise, is pretty well. And I'll show you what I've gotten for, I paid for an $800 kit that came with another lens. The telephoto, I think it's, let me check, a 70 to 300 millimeter lens. It's pretty heavy. The camera really likes that one though, because I'm using actually a 18 to 55 millimeter lens. I believe that's the same as the TSI, what I'm filming right now. Yeah, 18 to 55, so based on what I filmed, like if you notice any film quality from last video and the film quality from this video, you'll see the difference of the megapixels and camera lenses, keeping everything consistent. Let me just readjust right there. I feel like it's coming out really overexposed, but I might be wrong. So I bought a kit too for like 60 bucks, and it does come with like other lens attachments that I could put on. I haven't looked for anything, maybe like this also fits that because they are supposed to be universal. I could try screwing that on. Nope, not even close. Well, so with the universal lens kits that do come with it, this is just completely off topic of the camera by the way. These do fit the D700 or 7000. And there we are. Some other features I noticed, the lenses aren't as nice with Canon. Because Canon offers an auto stabilizer mode, and as well as the auto stabilizer mode, it does autofocus and manual focus, switch through that, compared to where you have to go to the info on this and slide over to that. But everything pretty much is controlled on this camera through the info mode that took a minute to learn. Everything else that like would be like personal preferences on picture quality and stuff, and as well as image like fine, JPEG, RAW, and everything like that, would be down here. And then you do have to turn off your ISO manually and auto, otherwise it's going to be auto adjust on manual mode, which is a bit weird considering it is manual mode. Other than that, there's some other features that I would have problems with. The battery life is pretty short on that, and I couldn't talk for the TSI-6 yet. I haven't been able to shoot. I might come up with a follow-up and just tell everybody how it is. But I've shot some amazing photos with this camera as like a beginner, and I really do like think this camera is a good starting point, if not like maybe a second camera if you move up. Other than that, the video on this is a bit rough. They have trouble with file type moving it over, but I do shoot in RAW, and that could just be a hard drive issue with my computer. Other than that, well, yeah. And the autofocus ring on this is nice. It feels smooth. There are some weird settings, like you have to unlock it and then lock back and then do that, the button on top, which is a bit tedious compared to something where you can just screw it in and go. It is not a primer lens, so I'm not sure why they'd have that. everything in the Insight, like Pathfinder menu, is nice because of the, well, I've noticed that like they have it with other cameras too, but like the light bar is on the outside compared to like there's another light bar on the inside. Like for example, on the TSI 6 they have a light bar here and in here, which is nice. But with the D3400 they don't offer that. So it really just does offer like a more video experience with the T6i or TSI 6 that I've noticed compared to this, which is more for like shooting at for shooting photos than anything else. But yeah, and I don't use a mic when filming these videos, so if you notice a sound quality difference in the sound quality between this review and the last review, you'll know why, because of the in-camera mic that allows for it. Other features is that the D3400 kind of gets pretty hot when you're taking multiple photos or videos, and I'm actually watching my face be refocused on everything with the TSI 6 Canon. So far I can't compare the two too well, because the TSI 6 is the next generation of the Canons, and if I were to compare like a 3 or 4 or 5 to the D3400, that'd be more of an accurate, but I do not have the 7000 yet, which I will be getting and comparing just to see how it is. They might have tried to like move something else. I'm like slowly scoot down. Other options that other little bit features that I've noticed is that the select wheel is a little bit different, offering features and such and effects, along with a guide and auto mode, but nothing crazy similar to like the TV and AV mode that offers standard MASP, like portrait, shutter priority, programmed auto, and aperture priority auto, which is called something different, but it's a little bit slower almost. Like it takes a minute to, like, if you like pull up and shoot up something, you're gonna notice a bit like of a slower change, because I've only been able to use this on multiple moments compared to like using the TSI 6, which I've noticed has a lot better features for video. Pricing, this is a little bit high priced, but I did buy it at Best Buy. Probably should have gone to Amazon. Speaking of that, let me just search that up real quick. D3400. Yeah. Well, I've actually noticed, like, I think I got ripped off at Best Buy, honestly, because these ones are only like $4.50 with a whole kit that comes along involved with it, which isn't bad. So far, I really like everything about this camera, though. I think it is a good first camera to have if you're just starting off class. Just make sure you're buying it at the right place, I guess. Other than that, there we go. I don't really have too many features or critiques about it. Just showing you what it can and can't do. For each video though that I will post, I'll try to like include some like examples of what I've been able to do with it. I've tried night photography with this, and it does get really hot really fast, so humidity does form on the lenses, which makes it a little bit more difficult for night photography. Otherwise, because like if you're trying to get those stars to pinpoints, then it won't be able to do so. And I feel like the lighter and more spacious Canon would be able to do that, so hopefully I get to be able to take some night photos with that. Everything else is pretty easy though. I'm attaching a separate lens, that has, it comes with mostly kits where it's like just like sunglasses and everything else like that, which I really do like about the Nikon universality of it. Like everything kind of fits each other. The D3400 fits the D700, offering different features and stuff like that. But other than that, I really don't have any other reviews. It's a good camera. Now that I've actually played with the TSI 6 though, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Just because it's not the best anymore. Like, I thought it was like a really good camera to start with, but now that I'm trying to like get into more video production or everything like that, I feel like there are better cameras out there to have. Alright, well, thanks for watching.